What's up, guys?
It's us.
Are we live? It looks like it.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Do we have audio? Do we have video? We're new here. You guys didn't know. All right. Aiden says busy night for streams. And Nurse Dave's Shaving World agrees. So, yeah, I mean, we don't know who else is streaming. We do know that It's Bourbon Night was just going with ADHD Whiskey with Matt Porter. And we were tuned into a lot of that till we had to prep for this. So, yeah, I mean, it's really hard for us to find a window that works with our schedule that doesn't step on the toes of other streams.
Yeah, we tried.
We want to be really respectful, but really Sunday nights at 8 o'clock Central Time, which is our time. 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's kind of a window that works really well for us. So we hope that works well for other people. Definitely not trying to step on toes.
No.
But we're here. We're here, guys. It's Sunday night.
Thank you for
We've got a couple of waters because we just filmed 2 video podcasts. Destination Bourbon is streaming. So apologies to Klein if he's still going. He's a good dude. He's a seasoned veteran in the whiskey tube space. So, yeah, I mean, we're here tonight. We've got some stuff to cover. Yeah. And I think there's 3 main things, right?
Yes.
We're going to start from back to front. We're going to end with the 1K celebration, the 1K subscriber celebration.
Which is awesome.
I mean, stunned.
Thank you guys.
Stunned, and we'll get around to that.
Yeah.
In the middle, we're going to do our mock trial style blind head-to-head where you get to see how the sausage is made.
All the nitty-gritty.
Behind
the scenes.
And then in the beginning, we're going to start out with some big news, and we're not going to bury the lead on that. We're not going to make you guys wait too much on that information. But I see in the chat here, we've got Show Enough, Scott Kading, our buddy, our fellow Nashville Bourbon Social Club guy, Whiskey Tornado, saying congrats on 1K, Josh and Erin.
Thank you.
So thank you, Lance.
Yeah,
I mean, you giving us some recognition in that best whiskey video really jumped us off. And that still to this day is our best performing video.
Yeah.
Nurse Dave, yes, I am pregnant. Yeah. I mean, we're breaking news here.
Josh is pregnant. That is the news.
You can highlight. We
can go now.
We've changed things a little bit here.
Yeah.
We were working only on the laptop. Now we went out and got a small television to put behind the thing. And so we can show comments and we can actually look at the comment section and see what we're looking at without having to look too far away from the camera. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
Yep. Greg, absolutely.
Heard it first here.
Is it your baby?
I hope it's my baby. if it's not my baby, we have a problem. We have to have a discussion off camera.
So right in the beginning here, you know what? Wait, we'll get to that. So want to give you guys a shout out. Like you guys tuning in, you guys being here, you guys subscribing to the channel and watching us. Like we can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
We are super stunned that we're at 1K subscribers already.
Yeah.
I mean, I think 1.17, something like that.
Something like that.
That's crazy.
Insane. Like
Lance at Whiskey Tornado is a big part of that.
Yeah.
We've had other channels, Scott at My Bourbon Journey, Jason at Mash and Drum, channels, Jason and Brandy from Black Bourbon Family.
Yeah.
We've had channels that have shouted us out, and it's been amazing.
Yeah.
Adriana, Whiskey Mountains, what's up?
Hey, Adriana.
We got to figure out how to give you a wrench. Maybe I'll figure out how to do that here in a second.
I also want to highlight this one.
Yeah.
They're going to hopefully start a bourbon channel soon. So cheers. Good luck.
Awesome.
Let us know when you do.
We need more bourbon channels.
Yeah.
Let's clarify. Lance says pregnant, so excited for you guys. Not Erin.
I'm not pregnant.
Me.
Josh is pregnant.
I'm pregnant with excitement for this live stream tonight and what we have to announce. Yeah. So we are super excited. We're excited that Adriana is also joining us here because she's part of this.
Yep.
We've been talking to her, talking to some other channels offline. Lance, we've been talking to you. So the whole point here, let's start this out. Let's lead with the state of the channel, the update.
Okay.
All right. So our update here is that we've hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
We've also hit 4,000 watch hours, which if you're not familiar with the background of YouTube, that means that we are eligible for monetization.
Yep.
But here's the thing. While we're not trying to get rich on YouTube,
No.
like it's great if the channel makes some money, it
Yeah.
allows us to be able to do more things.
To do more things with the channel.
Which is really cool, for sure.
Yeah.
But that's not what it's about here. What it's about, if you're going to give us a platform, if you're going to give us a voice, we are going to use that voice to give back to others. That's just who we are as people.
Yeah.
That's what we appreciate as other people. We're so glad that Adriana is tuning in because her Alzheimer's fundraiser was such a huge inspiration for us.
Yeah.
We're so glad to have Scott Kading, Show Enough, and Greg Johnson here in the chat.
Yep.
Nashville Bourbon Social Club guys. The Nashville Bourbon Social Club this year.
Okay, let's get to the point.
Okay, fundraiser, charity fundraiser stuff. That's what we're gonna do.
That's what we're gonna do.
So
with our channel, with our platform.
But I want to give credit though. We're inspired.
But you said we're gonna say what we're gonna do, and you haven't said it yet.
I'm bad about burying the lead, so Erin keeps me on track.
Yeah.
You'll see that in our episodes. But a lot of the burying the lead gets cut out in post because I know it's a problem. But we're gonna do a fundraiser. We never thought we would have this platform. We never thought we would be monetized.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially this quickly. So
kind of stunned.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a fundraiser.
Yes.
We're shooting to do one in October.
Not shooting. We are doing.
We will do one in October, and our plan is to do one every October. It will be an annual fundraiser event.
So October 10th of every year is World Mental Health Day, and
World Mental Health Awareness Day, or
World Mental Health Day, World Mental Health Awareness Day, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Technically World Mental Health Day. But the thing about it is that, I mean, I personally don't know anybody who either hasn't personally been affected by mental health or hasn't been 1 degree separation of affected by someone else's mental health. And, you know, one of the things with mental health is like there's this stigma around it. And we want to speak out against that, and we want to support that. Like I said, we've garnered a lot of inspiration from Adriana and her Alzheimer's fundraiser, our local bourbon club, the Nashville Bourbon Social Club. Just in this calendar year of 2021, from January to July, they've raised $38,000 for a local charity,
insane.
Friends Life, who helps children that are born with disabilities that are coming into adulthood. They're teenagers, they're young adults. It gives them community, it gives them jobs, it gives them purpose.
Yeah.
It's amazing. 38 grand. Adriana's raised over 10,000. That's amazing.
Oh, freaking amazing.
For like 3 hours. And like, I never would have thought us as a small channel could ever do anything like that.
Yeah.
But Adriana was amazingly inspiring to us. So we want to use that, and we want to do a fundraiser of our own, and we want it to be an annual event. So every October, we're going to do a fundraiser for mental health.
Yep.
And all the funds are going to go to Write Love on Her Arms, which is a charity organization out of Florida. They get really high marks on Charity Navigator. They're very, very transparent with where all their funds go. We really vetted this company out. We both heard of them. Company's probably not the right word. Organization. Yeah. So it's going to be incredible. We're going to do a bottle giveaway. The charity fundraiser is going to happen on GoFundMe, so that if you want your donation to be anonymous, it can be. But we on the back end can see who's who. So we're going to do a bottle giveaway here on the live stream on October 10th. October 10th, Sunday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. We always speak in Central because that's our time. But yeah, I mean, and look, if we don't raise a single dime in the world, it's going to be an amazing fundraiser because we're going to be speaking out against the stigma that comes with mental health issues.
The goal is to raise money to give to them, but attached to that, we want to raise awareness around the issue of mental health. Because it, like Josh said, like, I don't think there's anyone that's not been affected by it in some way, some sort of mental health issue or just season of your life where you're struggling with something. And
I'm going to do a little short summary here of what to expect here. So what's going to happen is we're in August here. We're 2 months out. We want to spend the next month between now and our September live stream, which is going to happen on the second Sunday in September after Labor Day. I think it's the 12th.
I can look.
I'm sure it's the 12th. 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. We're going to announce the bottles. We're going to iron out all the bottles for giveaway at that point in time over the next month. And then when we come on September, from September to October, we want to have all our bottles ironed out. We want to deal with logistics. So that is going to be a lot of back end stuff so that we can do everything we can do to make sure that this thing goes super, super smooth. So the money's never going to touch our hands. It's going to go straight into GoFundMe. It's going to go straight to Write Love on Her Arms. We are accepting bottle donations. We already have a few things. We have a Blanton's. We have an Elmer T. Lee, thanks to Eric David Gunderson, the man with 3 names.
Bless you.
We are personally giving away, we're going to put together some flights.
Yeah.
We're going to give away a flight that has George T. Stagg 2020 in it. We're going to give away a flight that has Old Fitzgerald 14-year bottled and bond decanter in it. We're going to give away a flight that probably has Michter's 10 in it. Basically any bottle that's hyped up and that people probably haven't had an opportunity to taste.
We'll put in the flight.
We're going to put in a flight.
Yeah.
We're going to give away some flights. My goal is to get up to like 5 really awesome flights to give away, plus 20-ish bottles. We'll deal with all that when that time comes and iron out bottles over the next month. Yeah. We've also, much to my discomfort, have reached out to other whiskey tube channels. So some of them are going to be involved as well. And people are going to chip in bottles. The thing about mental health is, and the thing about To Write Love on Her Arms, I should say, is that they started as a small grassroots type of thing where the owner, or what would you call him?
Founder?
The founder. It's not CEO. He's the founder. No. The founder of To Write Love on Her Arms, Jamie, he knew a girl named Renee. And Renee was in a really bad spot. She had been going through a lot of self-harm. And she had been dealing with depression, addiction, suicidal thoughts, things like that. And she got help from Jamie, who started a merch company, who sold merch and used that money to fund her like direct hands-on fund her recovery. Yeah. And we'll talk about this more when the live stream comes around. But my mom had a very similar story to Renee's story. Yeah. But she didn't get the help that she needed. Not for lack of people trying, but it just didn't stick. And she died when I was 14. And subsequently from that, I dealt with a lot of stuff growing up from 14. And it really took me almost 20 years to deal with all that. So, you know, in the moment, I was a little naive and a little, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Like I didn't want to admit that I was dealing with stuff that I was, but I dealt with big seasons of depression and anxiety. And, you know, whether it was clinical or not, I don't know. I never sought out help in that regard, but therapy was awesome. That helped a ton. And, you know, it's the stigma around mental health is so bad that people just don't want to address it. They don't want to admit that it's a thing. And I didn't for a long time. Yeah. And so if we can raise some money for To Write Love on Her Arms, and then we can donate that money to them, the reason that we chose that organization is because they put their money to use by sponsoring people in need. They do invest in like community awareness and social awareness, which is a big thing, which a lot of the big organizations do, but they also sponsor people who are in need. So when I really am passionate about something, I talk a lot about it, and I know I'm talking a lot about this, but I'm so excited.
We're excited about it. It's gonna be great and exciting, and we're so happy that you guys are with us on this journey.
And look,
thank you.
It's a heavy topic. We know that. We know it can kind of get people down, but
the live stream won't be heavy.
It won't. To Write Love on Her Arms is all about speaking to the hope and the help that are available for people. And I personally, and even though my mom's story is a tragic one and she's not here to tell it, I am here to speak to the hope and the help that are available.
And as someone who knows you very well, I would say you live the hope and the health and the things that you are speaking to. So,
well, I mean, I try to. I mean, if I wouldn't have gone through all that I've gone through and have it been for naught. And maybe you're in a season of a really tough spot right now. And I just want to speak to you directly right now, like me to you, that's not for nothing. You know, like there's something at the end of that, and your story can be a really powerful thing for other people to feel the hope and the help that are available out there if you just reach out for it. So, you know, much like whiskey, life and mental health, all these things aren't to be dealt with alone. They're much better if you get other people involved. So absolutely. Super, super excited for this. That's by far the biggest news that we have tonight. Everything else is going to be just for funsies. And yeah, let's get into that.
Let's
we
get
don't need to
into
belabor the point.
Our blind head-to-head, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing next.
So we made notes here.
Yeah.
So we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Unreal. We're gonna do a mock.
Crazy.
Does anybody remember mock trials?
I was homeschooled in middle school, so I didn't do mock trials.
Okay, so I remember mock trials. So tons of fun.
Yeah.
Like you're pretending to do something that's real, and I think like people don't see how the sausage is made.
Okay.
So when we're doing,
well, let's show them how we make our sausage.
Yeah. So we're doing a blind head-to-head.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that get cut. Can you highlight Liberty Not License?
Yes.
There. So yeah. So no worries, man. You can catch the rewatch or just rewind a little bit. We're going to be doing some setup stuff here. So all good.
Yep.
But charity fundraiser stuff we're looking forward to in the next couple months. So, all right. I've talked a lot. I'm coffee and need some drink.
Okay. Well, so let's do, so for our blind head-to-heads, we normally start out with our jankety box.
Yeah. So, all right. Wait, first, can you go to the brand tab? We're going to show you guys our behind the scenes here.
Yep.
So prior to ever starting, we transform our home.
This is our kitchen.
This is our dining room and kitchen area. You can see over on the far right-hand side of the screen there, you can see the curtains are drawn. Over those are blackout curtains. Underneath the spider chandelier lights there is a blackout curtain over our back door.
Mm-hmm.
We have like blockout panels. We block out all the windows in our first floor. Most of our filming happens around the 5 p.m. hour Central Time.
We start at 5, yeah.
Yeah, we're early birds. So we start early and everything is blacked out and blocked out.
Yep.
So that we have, so it looks the same for continuity purposes. Yep. And then click the next photo. So what you're seeing right now is where we sit, and I can see your hand over there on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I'll move it. Sorry.
But that's where we sit. As you see right now, you see that computer monitor to the right of the laptop. Like I said, we moved and we have a TV that's up behind the camera now, but that's our setup. That's where we sit. That's what we see. You see a diffusion panel over here on our left-hand side, which is, oh wait, it's actually over here.
They can see it.
This is not weird at all.
They can see it.
Yeah. So that's a pixel LED video light up there shooting through a doubled over diffusion fabric sheet. But you could use a white bed sheet
would be
if you wanted to. We've
yeah.
got our mic boomed up here. But look, if any whiskey tube channels out here, we're photographers. We don't know almost anything about video.
But lighting, we know.
But lighting, we know fairly well. We've been dealing with it for 20 years or so.
I'm going to go back to this.
Yeah.
Does this show the hair light?
Yeah. And so you can't really, if you look up in the chandelier lights, kind of right in the middle of the frame, right up top, you'll see the orangey chandelier lights. And then right above those and right below the ceiling, you'll see a brighter white light. And that's a hair light that's shining kind of off of Erin's right-hand shoulder.
It's like,
that's right over here, right out of frame.
Yeah.
And that kind of separates us from our background a little bit. So we can see the chat up here, but our diffusion fabric blocks us from seeing the screen over here.
Yeah.
So look, when it comes to professional photography, it ain't about what's behind the scenes. You use some really janky stuff.
Oh my gosh.
To get to
duct tape.
Oh man.
Everything.
Gaff tape, tons of gaff tape. I mean, you get whatever you need to get and do whatever you need to do to get the end result to look the way it needs to look.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. The end result that's the goal.
Yeah.
So, we're using this. We use this for a very specific purpose. I've got umbrellas. We've got parabolic light modifiers and all that stuff. We use this for a very specific purpose. Everything in here is for a reason. So we're always happy to help other channels too. Yeah. If you want to reach out to us, shoot us an email, stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com. Love helping with lighting stuff, especially me, mega nerd.
Josh is a
with
mega
lighting
light nerd.
Stuff. So, all right. So first things we do is we black out our entire our living room area, dining, kitchen area.
Yep.
We set all this stuff up, and then we get our jankety box out. So we take our sips of water.
Our blind sample pool box, where we keep.
You guys are gonna trip off of this. So this is one of two boxes. We have two because our blind sample pool.
And this is just something like it's like an Amazon box.
Yeah, we order the sample jars in, and we have BSP written on there all over, blind sample pool, because we've got two boxes like this. We also have other boxes for samples. But look here, guys. Like, this is the most jankety thing. Now, I want to shout out the channel Bourbon Real Talk, which is a podcast, also a YouTube channel. He sells really cool boxes that we plan to buy
eventually,
but they're nice, they're wooden, and we can't write on them to make it easy for us to know what we're doing.
So we need to make sure we keep our pairs
So we have
together.
top left, right side, bottom right, left side.
Yeah.
And everything is labeled as pairs.
So we just take out a pair.
Yeah.
We have to make sure we take it out by pairs. Otherwise, everything gets messed up. Yeah. And then we just...
Shout out Nurse Dave's comment. Can you click it?
$179 today, and they can get a new cardboard box. I mean, it looks like we need it.
This is working well for us so far.
Yeah. So we just keep the pairs together, and then we line them up.
We bring out both cardboard boxes. We start pulling samples from each one. When we put them back, we don't put them back in any order other than to keep our pairs aligned. And we do 2 rows of 9. So at any point in time, we have 18 different samples
out here on the counter.
On the counter, and we do those, and then
simple.
what we do is we do our channel intro. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in our samples for today that we're going to do, but we're going to do this legit mock trial style, which honestly is going to be really funny.
Yeah.
For us.
So the reason we're not pulling from our blind sample pool for tonight is because we want to keep those for our videos.
Right. So shout out to Show Enough in the comments. Scott Kading, friend, fellow Nashville Bourbon Social Club member. Amazing.
I'm just highlighting JG's comment because it makes me laugh. Because Josh is Rick Grimes. Let's be honest. Young Rick Grimes.
So I should take this moment to address the fact that I have learned when we're filming, I can just look at the camera. But when we're doing live streams, I need to wear my glasses so I can actually read the chat. So
because he's blind.
Here we are.
Okay.
Getting old is fun.
Sorry. Continue.
All right. So we have 2 samples from Scott Kading to do tonight. Samples 3 and 4, and then after that for our 1K celebration we're going to do samples 1 and 2 that he sent us. Technically Scott sent us 8 samples, but first he gave us these 4. We're going to do these 4 first,
and we don't know what they are. He gave
totally
us
blind.
What like on a card we've got the information. We haven't looked at it yet.
Right. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be a little embarrassing, honestly, because a lot of people don't get to see our behind the scenes.
Yeah. Well, let's do it. Okay.
But okay, when you guys watch our blind head to heads, what you see at the very beginning, which is that little intro before our logo sequence, it's a logo intro. What that is, we film that at the end after we already find out what they are.
Yeah.
So we don't know what these are, nor do we ever know what they are when we're tasting. So what you're going to see is you're going to see us go through this whole thing, and then you're going to see us do that, what we call our cold open.
Hey, Matt.
Matt, fantastic job on It's Bourbon Night tonight.
Yeah.
Fantastic job on just being an amazing human, period. So we love you. But yeah, so this honestly, like nobody ever watches us do this, and it's going to be a little embarrassing. So
Josh is nervous about pouring on camera.
I have performance anxiety. We'll say.
Don't worry about it.
So imagine 18 samples out here, 2 rows of 9. Okay. All right. And look here, guys, we have...
Just do the randomizer. Oh, yeah.
So we have found in the editing process, if we write down our scenes, it keeps us on track and it keeps us from losing track.
Do you want to know why?
Of anything.
Anyone take a guess why we have to bullet point our thing?
I'd love to hear, yeah.
I want to see if anyone could guess. But continue. Let's see if there's some guesses.
I'll give you one hint.
Stop. Okay, so we have our scenes notated just so we can stay on track. We line up the bottles. Let's pretend they're lined up here. Then we run a randomizer.
Yeah. So wait, but we got to do this like a real mock trial. We got to play it all out. So we're going to try to watch a chat as much as we can for this. But we have like, if you've watched our head to heads, there's a lot there.
Yeah.
Because we're 2 people, we're giving 2 reviews, and
Adriana,
I saw it.
Adriana got it.
All right. So I do have a propensity to ramble a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, inexperienced whiskey new guy.
Yep. I would say I'm a chatty Cathy.
But I love that about you. Just know when we're filming sometimes.
It's fun. So our camera only has a 30-minute recording limit. So we try to fit it in under that, but we don't always succeed. So, all right. So first things first, scene 1, we do it in scenes because it's almost like Hollywood knows what they're doing when they film stuff. But you guys are going to get to see the behind the scenes. So we're going to start out channel intro, which is Erin,
which is when I say
notated by E,
yep.
and then the head to edit intro, which is J for me. So, all right, we do claps so that I know what's up in the editing process. I'm the one that does the editing. So I need the claps to show me the audio spikes. So here we go.
So we're like really going to do it.
We're going to really do this.
Oh, now I'm nervous. I didn't know that. Okay.
All right. So channel intro, you.
That's the welcome to the channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Real world.
Oh, you guys are really seeing that.
You guys are seeing everything here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do the head-to-head spiel.
Okay.
So, all right, here we go. And what you'll see is you'll see me clap and then take a deep breath and breathe out so that I'm set. And that's when Erin knows to
how I know
so,
when I can speak.
All right. All right. Okay. All right. So, all right.
All right. So.
All right. Let's go.
Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
We're not professional whiskey tasters, but what we will do is we'll sample these 18 blind sample. No, we won't sample all these 18 blind sample pairs. We will randomly select one of these pairs from a portion of our blind sample pool to taste totally blind. We won't know what's in our glasses so that you get our completely unbiased, subjective, so that you get our subjective opinion on what's in the glass, separate and apart from any hype or labels or anything like that. So what we have found through 100+ blind tastings is that when you don't know what you're supposed to like or not based on what's in the glass, most things are kind of in the center.
Yeah.
It's more of like a bell curve than a lot of stuff that's really good and then a lot of stuff that's really bad.
A lot of stuff is just solidly good.
Right there in the middle. It's kind of interchangeable. It might be different, but it's not, stand out or anything.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is we're going to work our way towards a real world score. And our real world scores are our blind tasting scores added to what we call our retail score, which is the availability and pricing, and our consumer score, whether we buy it again or not. This is super weird to do with people watching.
I know.
I just realized.
I'm so uncomfortable.
I slipped into a mode there, like we were filming, and then I realized we were on a live stream.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So then we would normally stop.
So yeah, wait, I'm lost now. Oh, wait, I need to say this. So all of our real world scoring, even our pricing, availability, our retail score, and our consumer score, all that is influenced by what we find out during our blind tasting score. It's not personal opinion. It's strictly based on what we find out during our blind tasting. So in that way, really the taste is almost 100% of the equation.
It's like 85.
Probably 85. So it's very heavily slanted that way. So, all right, that's that for that. We would typically stop right there because otherwise I'm going to ramble all over the place.
Should I tell them my secret?
What's your secret?
When you start talking too much, I put my hand on his leg.
If you can see, wait, do it.
So I'm normally right here or I'm up here.
Yeah.
But if he starts rambling too much, I'll put my hand on his leg.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, let's wrap it up and move on.
Yeah. She knows how I can get.
But don't tell anyone.
Yeah, this is our secret. So keep it on the DL.
So now.
All right. So we've done our intro. That's where we do a Patreon shout out.
Yep.
So look, Patreon, you can support the channel or not support the channel. Either one is totally fine. If you want to support the channel, that's fantastic. You can do it through our Patreon. This is where we would give a Patreon shout out.
Yep.
We really appreciate the people that do choose to support the channel. It just lets us do more cool stuff.
It does. It lets us do more cool stuff. And that's where I personally will hang out more. Like I'm not on social media.
Well, yeah.
So that is my social media, if you're going to call it that.
Yeah. Like years and years and years ago, I completely turned off all push notifications on everything. Like, I don't want to be bothered with social media.
Yeah.
I don't hang out on Facebook other than the National Bourbon Social Club. I do tip into some of the Bourboner and Bourbon Nations like Facebook groups just to kind of like market research to see what kind of advice people are giving.
Yeah.
Just it kind of helps inform future episodes that we might air.
Yeah. I highlighted Adriana's comment.
What did she say?
She caught that hand thing before. Always good to have a wife keeping a check.
She keeps me in line. So yeah, but anyways, like that's our kind of community element. We do our little quick sip. We do a couple of those. Anyways,
we do more behind the scenes stuff on there.
Look,
but anyway,
this live stream's not a Patreon.
That's what we do, the Patreon shout out.
Then we move on and we say, so we're gonna do our random selection. So All right, so we have 18 samples here from our blind sample pool, and we're going to run a randomizer, which I should have had pulled up before starting this. And I have in this randomizer, and I have notes here, point phone screen away from key light, because if I point it this way,
no other way,
it washes out and you can't see it. So I have a note here to see, don't do it. So I have 0 to 18 here because it's very easy for us to locate the 5th sample or the 15th sample right in the middle and then go off of that. So otherwise people would just literally be watching us count. So I run a randomizer. Oh, we're doing the 8th pair.
The 8th pair, which happens to be this one.
There's 9 in a row. So here's 9. So here's 8, which just so happens to be this pair right here. What a coinky dink. All right. So we're going to, all right. I say, all right. So, and if you caught our last video podcast, check the bloopers at the end. Oh my gosh. Because you'll see how I say, all right. So much.
All the time.
But here we are with these. We're going to get these poured. We're going to be right back with our first impressions on glass 1. Cue sexy music. That's
when we pretend we're sexy. Except we're not. Okay.
And we roll that.
So then we roll that.
And then while that's rolling, well, not while that's rolling. That's added in after the fact. But let's just keep it. I mean, we don't know what these are.
Yeah.
Show enough. Scott Kading gave these to us. So we have no clue.
Yeah.
So we're going to pour sample 1. Well, 3 on the key. What we do is we get a 2-ounce sample jar, and we pour half and half, and then we see which one has more, and we give that one to me.
Josh. I take the one that has the least.
And I set this to the side in the order of glass 1. So which one are we? Pretty even.
Yep.
It's almost like I've done this before, guys. All right, sample 2.
I don't know why you were nervous.
Sample 2, number 4 on our key. I hope this is fun for you guys. This is fun for us to do these.
Let us know if you're bored, because we can.
Not this behind the scenes stuff. I don't know if people like this or not, but
I love
this stuff. So you've got 1 and 2.
Yep.
I've got glass 1 and 2.
Yep.
We have them here. Okay. So what happens is the B-roll rolls for glass 1, which I have shot the B-roll 4 times over now.
Every bottle in our house has been
4 hours plus each time shooting B-roll. And even this last time I shot it, I'm still not 100% happy with it.
You'll get better. It'll be fine. Yeah. Don't worry.
I mean, I know how to shoot it, but I want it to fit a certain mood and vibe. And the last time I shot it, it was I panned a little too quick. And I want it to be more slow and sexy, like I want it to fit the vibe of the music of the channel. So
got a vibe.
Yeah. So, all right. So we're on to glass 1. The B-roll has rolled. You guys have seen what it is. Yep. Although for this live stream, you don't know either.
Only Scott knows what these are.
Only Scott knows. And Scott cannot put it in the chat because we will see it.
We can see it.
So we will see that after the fact. Okay. So, all right. When we do this, what we're doing is we're giving you our literal first impressions. Yeah. We don't smell it beforehand. We don't taste it beforehand. We barely even look at it beforehand. We don't want to get fresh with it. We want you guys to see our first take.
Yeah.
So let's get into glass 1, love.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay. So first things first, Scott he's got some stuff in his collection that probably is like, regular stuff, but also Scott has a lot of crazy things that are amazing in his collection.
I'm not trying to guess what this is.
So we're never trying to guess. So
I wouldn't know what it was even
if we have some familiarity with the product, we're never even trying to note what it is. We're never trying to figure it out. So okay.
It smells good.
Ooh, I caught some ethanol on that. I got my nose a little too far in there. Okay, so here's one thing I started doing in yesterday's filming is I went the makeup whatever cologne thing, and I brought our jar of beans, which is kind of low for coffee beans. But I'm actually smelling coffee beans before we get into our nosing now, which probably
just started.
Yeah, just yesterday. So it's only on our most 2 recent head-to-heads. Which were they? New Riff single barrel proof versus rare breed. You'll see that.
That's coming out.
What was the second one that we shot yesterday? We shot 2 head-to-heads yesterday.
I don't remember.
Why am I blanking on what the second one was?
Let's get going though.
Okay. So I've acclimated my nose. Okay, I'm getting fruity sweetness right on the nose. Like strong fruity sweetness, really punchy.
I don't know what this is, but I like it. It's like easy to drink.
Oh, man.
It tastes good.
Swelling, like it's got a fruity sweetness, but it really swells up right on the mid palate.
Like Fruit Loops.
You know what it does,
but like not sugary sweet, just sweet like fruit.
But that fruit, fruity sweetness, and I get that a lot. Like we're not pro tasters. I get that mashup of fruit, like either like a mashup of Runts or a mashup of something like Fruit Loops, where there's like a bunch of different fruit going on in there. But I'm getting like fruity sweetness right on the tip of the tongue, and then immediately, like split second, boom, mega spice swell right on the mid palate, completely engulfs the palate. That's really good. Okay. I mean, I'm trying to get into my mode that we're actually like, I want to be mock trial style where we're actually filming.
Okay.
And we're live streaming. But
should I like cover up the comments?
No,
I can't see them?
No, it's just hard because I'm looking at the camera and the comments are right there. So we set it up like that.
All right.
Okay. Second sip, things got more tame. That swell of spice muted down a little bit, didn't completely engulf the palate. These are not our first pours for the day. I mean, we both are about 4 deep because we filmed a couple episodes.
I gave you mine.
Two quick sips, plus you had the glass of wine, and I had the Jack Daniel's barrel proof on ice. So, and then we had a little bit of a break.
That was like dinner. 2 hours ago, yeah.
So, wow. That first glass, like it definitely chilled out on the second sip, but still a ton of fruity sweetness, oak. It's really bright. It's somehow high proof, but light.
I don't know if it's high proof.
It tastes higher proof to me, probably in the 150. It drinks about like 115.
It's light, like on the tongue.
Yeah.
It's not heavy.
It's not heavy though. It doesn't have those deep, dark flavors of bourbon.
Yeah.
It's more bright and fruity than that. Almost candy-ish a little bit. Like you said, Fruit Loops really nails it. You really hit that note. So this is what we do when we're doing this. Yeah. We take up 2 sips of the first one. It's really cool.
Yep.
And we give you our first impressions.
And then
we clear our palates. And at this point we would say, At this point we would say, all right, that's our first impressions on glass 1. Let's get into glass 2. Cue sexy B-roll. Okay. All right, we're back. We're going to clear our palates.
And then let's get into glass 2.
We have pretzels over here.
Would you like some?
No, okay. But we will use pretzels if we have to. We would keep tortilla chips in the house, but
I can't have them in the house.
We would eat the whole bag.
I would eat the whole bag.
Yeah, we would have to have 7 bags because we go through a bag a day.
One every day. So I asked Josh to stop buying them at the grocery store, and I don't buy them.
Oh boy, guys.
Your sips were a little big, sir. All right.
Big yikes.
All right, let's get into glass 2.
All right, let's get into glass 2. So the B-roll's rolling, and we just go straight in on the nose.
Ooh.
Okay, this is fruity sweet as well. I'm trying to do glass 1 in my right hand and glass 2 in my left hand to not confuse the audience. Like that's something I've started to notice because I tend to always gravitate towards like swirling because I can't swirl with my left hand. Matt, ADHD Whiskey, are you in the chat? Can you look, you gave It's Bourbon Night, World's Top Whiskey Taster competition notes. Can we do a private consultation and you show me how to use my left hand better? Because I can't.
All right.
It's a mess.
This is a mock trial.
Sorry. Let's get into it.
All of this would be cut out in post if this is true.
Yeah, it would be.
So, okay.
Oh, man, that is fruity sweet too. But it smells brighter and more appley.
These taste really similar to me. I'm going to have to like A/B compare them. Ooh, this has a little more alcohol smell.
Oh, man. Okay, initial impressions, I prefer glass 2. But
this smells more strong, like alcohol strong.
Oh man, that is so good. Okay, hang on. We never try to figure out what we're drinking when we're drinking it. even if we think we know what it is, we completely put that out of our minds because we want to really be as unbiased as possible. Like there have been times where we have filmed entire episodes and realized we messed something up and scrapped the whole episode.
That happened one time.
Twice. And then we had all those pre-recordings that we never even did.
Well, we did a bunch of pre-recorded that we weren't really comfortable in front of the camera, and so we scrapped those because.
But then some were like store picks, and we forgot. So there's a lot of things that go into it. Our integrity behind this, we literally want you guys to see the 100% unbiased opinion. And if we think we like, there's been one where I knew what we were drinking. And that's only because one of the things was so specific that I cannot not recognize it. These are both really good.
Yeah, I think we should get into the
scoring
portion.
Hang on. So what we'll do is like after we do glass 2, we'll do a little 1-2 back and. Oh, these are both really good. So, all right. I don't know that we gave glass 2 its proper due because I got a little sidetracked. There was a point I was even trying to make and I completely lost track of what it was. What was I going to say? We never try to figure out what they are, but we don't know what these are anyways because they're totally blind from Scott. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
Okay. We'll move on. So, all right. So that's glass 2. Wait, let me check my thing. First impressions on glass 2, transition to tasting comparison. So that's where we'll say, all right, that's our first impressions on glass 2. We're going to do some A/B. We're going to do A/B comparison between these two, go back to forth, front to back. We're going to score them properly. We're going to be right back here with our tasting scores on both of these glasses right after this. Cue the slow zoom in on the 2 bottles.
All right, and then we have our nicely scoring rubrics, objectively excellent, subjective scoring rubrics. Which this is where this gets cut mostly because it would make the video too long. Yeah. Well,
trusty handy dandy fountain pen.
2 points to the person who can guess why it might take too long. 2 imaginary points. Oh yeah, I have to write my name. So I always write my first and last name and the date.
Erin started this crap, and now I go with it. So we write our name and our date,
like it's a school paper.
Here. But when we do a filming, I'll go into the computer and I'll enter into ClickUp what we shot,
which is the software that we use to keep track of our videos,
and when it was filmed. So can you roll up through the comments real quick and check them out?
Yeah, I also wanted to do my.
So when we're filming, we're pretty keyed in on the camera and what we're experiencing. And even now, I was trying to be really keyed in on what I was experiencing. So.
Oh, Shonef said, this is so amazing being the only one who knows what's in these Glens. Yes, Scott.
You hold all the power, sir. All right. Wow. I really went ham on glass 1. I might have to borrow some of yours.
Joshua. Adriana. Somehow I'm guessing Josh is the one who takes forever to decide the points.
It's almost like you're here with us, Adriana.
It's almost like you know.
Erin is, you'll see, she's like the goody two shoes who finishes everything first, which that was kind of both of us in school.
School, yeah.
All right. So we started with glass 1. So I'm going to start on glass 2. I typically start on glass 2 after I take a sip of water. We take a little bit of a break.
I like to smell mine like back to back and like compare them and then taste them back to back.
All right. So here's where I get super serious, guys. And Erin is going to be more engaged with y'all because.
Yeah, I tend to drink, go with my gut, write my answers, turn my paper down, and be done.
Yeah. She's a gut scorer. I'm a overanalyze to the absolute
and then I just
max.
play on my phone while I wait for him.
Yeah, that's accurate. But now, instead of playing on the phone, she can talk to you guys through chat.
This one kind of morphed.
Okay, so here's where I will typically try to, if I can pull any notes, which is laughable at best for me to pull notes. But
it's cute to watch
if I can pull any notes, this is where I will notate them on the score sheet. All right, talk through.
Okay, do you want to try some of mine?
No, keep your glass one in your glass one position because I don't ever want to get them mixed up.
Okay. All right.
All right. Talk through tell the people what you're experiencing right now. Talk through your train of logic.
For me, I experience that we have the 3 categories: the nose, flavor, and experience.
Can I speak to that real quick?
Yeah.
So nose is nose, obviously.
How it smells.
A lot of people, a lot of professional tasters do nose, palate, finish. Okay. Now, we realize we're doing it differently. We're doing nose, flavor, experience. We're doing that for a very specific reason. And again, shout out to Show Enough. Scott Kading helped us along with Nathan Souza and Jason Ladd from the National Bourbon Social Club. They help us put this scoring rubric together because here's the thing. Erin doesn't care about palate. She doesn't care about finish. It's more about the flavors and the experience. So we feel like our scoring rubric is maybe not as in-depth as others, but maybe a little bit more approachable for the newcomer.
Possibly.
And even though I'm not a newcomer to whiskey, I mean, I've been drinking whiskey since, the early 2000s, close to 20 years now. It's something that we want to make relatable. We want to be down to earth because that's just who we are. Like we're not pretentious pinky in the air people. And I'm not saying that people who do pull tasting notes are that. Like we've got mad respect.
That's a talent. It
is such a talent. But as big as this nose is, it sucks at smelling. And I can't pull tasting notes to save my life. So if we tell you we got a tasting note, it's just because it jumps out of the glass.
Yeah.
But we really try to focus more on the experience of what we're tasting.
All right.
Whiskey Refuge says, and this is how it usually goes. Whiskey Refuge says mansplaining. Was I mansplaining? I sure hope not. Was I?
Not. I don't know.
I feel like you're pretty sensitive to that.
If you are mansplaining, I'll call you out on it.
Yeah. She doesn't let me slide. She lets nothing slide.
No. I love you, but you don't need to mansplain nothing to me.
Okay. So you got your scores down. Yeah. You kind of go with your gut.
Yeah, I go with my gut.
I take a little bit more time.
And I will write notes, but a lot of times I don't feel, if I'm being completely honest, I don't feel like I have enough knowledge to write notes. Like if it's something jumps out at me, I'll write a note about it to talk about it later. Like there was one thing in the blind that we filmed yesterday. There's a very obvious thing that stood out to me. So I wrote it down. And it's usually not like a tasting note, like a caramel or apple. It's usually like, this smells like wet grass on a rainy day in the summertime or something off the wall like that, because that's what I know. So I just say that. So that's how I do it, which is why I go with my gut, because I don't feel like I have the knowledge behind me to try to do anything else. So, JG says, I like your scoring system. It tells if you like it and, more importantly, if it's worth going after. Yes, that's the point. That's what we wanted to kind of highlight, is that price and availability for us play a huge factor in, for me at least, if I like it. Like if I don't like it well enough to spend a lot of money on it, then there's, I'm not going to get it. So
can you, I've spoken to the bell curve, but can you talk about that while I'm?
Well, yeah. I mean, just kind of what Josh said earlier. The scoring system is kind of like that. It's weighted heavily on the taste, but you take into account the retail score, the consumer, like how much it costs, can you find it, and based on those, would you buy it again? That does play a heavy part in it. So even though our scoring is on like a 10-point system, it's not your typical, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is this whiskey? It's more of like a lot of stuff is going to be in the middle, and that's good. Like it's a good thing to be in the middle because it shows that you're a solid bourbon. And there are some outliers that we love a lot, and that's our personal like taste. And then there's some that we don't like a lot, and other people might score them in the middle. Did you take my glass one? Did that make sense, what I said? Are you listening?
It does. But what you said in our filming yesterday, you said when you don't know what's in either glass, you don't know whether you're supposed to like it or not.
Yeah.
And look, our blind sample pool, we had everything from George T. Stagg versus Stagg Jr. all the way down to Jack Daniel's Black Label number 7 versus Jim Beam White Label. So we have in our blind sample pool, we have rare breed versus rare breed, one that has been drank down over the course of a couple of months and only had the last 2 ounces left versus one that was a fresh crack. So rare breed versus rare breed with air. We have a Knob Creek 120 proof single barrel versus Knob Creek 120 proof single barrel with 5 drops of water in it. Like, our blind sample pool is set up to keep us 100% honest.
Yeah.
So if we get on here and we try to get too big for our britches and we start trying to act hot shots and talk about crazy tasting notes, and then we end up drinking the exact same thing in both glasses or 2 pretty like low end bourbons or something like that, like, we're going to end up looking like absolute idiots, which we already look like idiots enough because we don't know what we're talking about. Which when we hang out with people, this is a good point to note. Like, we said this before, when we hang out with people, we're not pulling tasting notes. We're enjoying whiskey, we're having fun, and that's what it's about to us. And we really enjoy being able to do that with you guys virtually as well.
Thank you, Eric.
Oh, the man with 3 names.
Eric
even though he only shows us 2 names on
maybe
this.
We shouldn't say
Eric
his
David
third
Gunderson.
name.
Oh, should it be a mystery?
Eric Gunderson. Thank you, Eric. We really
Did you click it? Did you highlight it? What happens if? Okay, look, this is our first super chat we've ever gotten. Ever.
Eric, you're our first super chat ever.
What happens if you click the thing up top? Does it show it?
It's highlighted. I highlighted it.
Okay. We're learning, guys. Unhighlight it. Now click the thing at the top. Now click that right below it. Does that show it?
No, it just shows it to us.
Okay. So, all right. We're learning here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Can you?
Yeah. I need to get my scoring. This is par for the course here.
Okay. We'll have some silence.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of silence.
You do chat. You guys talk to Erin, please. Can you keep her entertained? Because typically she is just like a ship lost at sea while I'm spending an exorbitant amount of time.
Like get on my phone and text my family or something.
I'm such a mess, guys.
Speaking of my family, we just came back from visiting my family and it was so fun. I love my family. They're awesome.
So Erin is one of 9 children, the oldest of 9 children. How about them apples?
And I was significantly older than a lot of them. My youngest sister is about to start her freshman year of college. So she's 18 and I'm about to turn 40. Well, I'm 39. So
for another couple months.
For another few months. So I was almost 21 when she was born. And it's just fun. My family's awesome. It's a lot of fun. And every time I go visit them, I wish we could stay longer, but jobs and money and work and stuff. So adulting. But Cheech said Erin is the entertainment. Thank you, Cheech. No pressure. No pressure. Oh gosh.
Look, I know as well as anybody that everybody's here for her.
Nah.
I mean, with her tasting notes.
Yeah. A Nurse Dave Shaving World, new rule. Josh doesn't get to talk till he's done. I agree. Stop. Do your thing. I'll talk. Just ignore me.
Yes, ma'am.
Tune me out.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness. Show enough said, where at? Are you talking to me or someone else? Where at what?
Visiting your family.
Oh, they live in the Midwest. They live in Illinois.
Central Illinois.
Outside.
Athens.
Don't. Privacy. They might not want to know.
Outside of Springfield.
Too late. And it's not Athens. It's Athens.
Yeah.
Almost 40. I need your lighting tips.
It's Athens, Georgia. No, you need her skincare tips is what you need.
It's called not seeing the sun. I'm basically a vampire.
She avoids the sun like...
I don't avoid it. I just don't hunt the sun.
This is so tough.
Okay, stop talking.
Scott.
Joshua.
Hey,
Joshua.
Scott is on my list now.
Hey, we have 5 minutes before it's 9 o'clock.
We're going over. We're going to try to keep these to an hour, but we're going over tonight.
JG, we missed your super chat?
Go up. That's it. You look.
I'm sorry.
It's way better if you talk.
Okay, you talk. Stop talking. Thank you, Jay.
You talk. Stop talking. It makes all the sense.
I talk. You stop talking. Sorry, I'm trying to get Josh to stop talking, and I'm dropping the ball. So, thank you, Jay.
Par for the course.
We really appreciate you and your support and your comments on all of our videos. We have more comments.
Look, right up front, we're going an hour and a half tonight. Just know.
You guys, so I get really sleepy when the sun goes down, which is part of the reason why we start filming our videos at 4 or 5.
I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done.
He's done.
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
All right. So I don't have many tasting notes for you guys because we're live streaming. Yeah. And typically I can just go radio silent and Erin can just completely do her thing and be done with her test first. Liberty Not Licensed gave us a super chat.
Oh, thank you.
Look, I'm super partial, but I 1000% agree.
Oh, that's
with
really nice.
The first 2 lines of your statement.
You're awesome too, though.
No,
you are.
It's
true. True.
That's not
Stop
true.
it. Seriously,
right.
Dude, stop.
All right, so here we go. All right, we're done with our tasting scores. Okay, so this is how our filming goes. It takes a while. So, all right, we've done
a lot of stuff gets cut out.
So now we transition to our tasting comparison. No, we just did that. We just did that. So now we go to
talk about our scoring system.
We're a mess, guys.
Okay.
All right. So now we go to we're going to enter our scoring system. That's me. You're going to do our thumbs up system. That's you. This is the way we're doing it in our new filmings, which aren't going to come out for about 6 weeks.
We normally film. We're about a month to a month and a half.
Yeah.
In advance of filming.
Yeah. Here's the thing, guys. We know what we're trying to communicate, which is if you take away all the labels and the hype, it's most things don't really stand out all that much. And it's way more about who you're sharing it with and enjoying whiskey with people that you love. So that's what we want to focus on. We want to focus on the community aspect, the conversation aspect of whiskey. And we're not here to pull tasting notes. There's other channels out there that do it so much better than we do. Yeah. They really do.
And we're not going to try to pretend that we're...
Yeah. We're not, that's not our lane. Yeah. We want to stay in our lane. So we're going to intro our scoring system, which is super simple. We'll talk about it. You're going to see it right now. Let's go. All right. So scene 10 of 23 scenes. We got some catching up to do. Let's intro our scoring system. So, all right, here we go.
Clap.
Our scoring system, wait a minute. This is par for the course. I messed up right out the gate. We're going to go an hour and a half tonight. We're going to go to 9:30.
Okay.
All right. Our tasting scores are only part of our scoring system, which leads to our real world scores, but they are a big portion of it that contributes to the total. So what we do, I am way off base. What am I saying?
We're talking about our tasting scores. And then we talk about the thumbs up system.
Wait, what do I say? I say our scoring system is
based on a simple thumbs up, thumbs down.
No, you do the thumbs up, thumbs down.
It's a bell curve.
I know. How do I enter our scoring system?
Let me start. Let me just say our
No, Josh, hold on. That's not what we do. I say. What do I say? Okay. All right. Our scoring system is a super simple, intuitive scoring system. There you go.
Based on a simple thumbs up, thumbs down score. 2 thumbs up, we love it.
2 points.
1 thumb up, we like it.
1 point.
Just okay. Half a point.
Take it or leave it. We'll give you half a point for that.
Thumbs down, we don't like it.
Nah, no point. No points if we don't like it.
Yeah.
Our scoring system is very much like a bell curve, more than your traditional 0 to 10 or 0 to 6. We score on nose. That's what I was supposed to say at the start. We score our tasting scores on nose, flavor, and experience on the palate. And then Erin would have said the thumbs up thing, and then I would have said the points thing, and we would have cut it all together in post. So, and then I would have said it's more like a bell curve. So when you don't know what you're tasting, most things tend to fall in that middle category. There's 3 categories, 2 thumbs up per category. That's 6 points total for the tasting scores, which means anything in that 3 to 4 range is kind of good. Anything above 4 is an outlier. That's really good. And then anything below 3 points is kind of on the bottom end of the spectrum as far as blind taste goes. Yep. So, Erin, where are you at for glass 1? tasting scores.
So glass 1 was pretty solid for me. I gave it a thumbs up on nose, thumbs up on flavor, and a thumbs up on experience. So all around it was good. 3 points.
And this is where Erin would deliver her notes as well. Once we're live streaming, and it's a lot harder to pull specific notes when we're live streaming.
I don't have any notes.
Massive shout outs to the channels that can pull notes while live streaming. Like, you guys are absolute pros.
Okay.
All right. So.
And then you give yours.
I gave glass 1 a thumbs up on the nose, thumbs up on the flavor, 2 thumbs up on the experience.
Oh, dang.
I said it was bright and fruity sweet on the nose. We had that Fruit Loops note. I love that. On the palate, a lot of that carried over. And then the experience with the glass clinking against the countertop, the experience was really good. Like, it really had a big punch of flavor. I really enjoyed that. The finish hung on. Great. Glass 1. Yeah, great. So 4 out of 6. Whiskey burps. Sorry about that, chat.
That would get cut out in post.
That would absolutely get cut out in post. Glass 2. Where are you at, Erin?
So glass 2 also got a thumbs up on nose, thumbs up on flavor, and a thumbs up on experience. However, with that being said, I think I probably preferred glass 2 overall. Like, they were both really good, and I would be happy with any one of them.
Yeah.
But I think between the two, if I had to pick just one to drink again, it would be glass 2.
Why?
Probably because I feel like it's a little more balanced, a little more well-rounded.
Okay.
Like, it's bright. It's also, like, not kind of heavy. I don't know. It's like, it's got all the things.
All right.
What about you?
So glass 2, I gave a perfect 6 out of 6 for tasting scores.
Holy crap, man. Okay.
I said it had a deep fruity sweetness on the nose that it's wild. Like, on the palate, it transitioned to like a bright fruity sweetness, but it was still deep somehow.
Yeah, that's what
and the finish was really nice. Yeah. Like, glass 2 is throwing me for all sorts of curves.
It's bright and deep at the same time, and I don't know how that can be.
Look, okay, this is a little bit of a spoiler alert, but glass 1 I love, but glass 2 I want a bottle of. And I feel like I'm never going to get a bottle of it. So,
well, we'll have to find out what it is. I have to highlight this real quick. Inexperienced whiskey nougat. Erin, have you ever given 2 thumbs up for all 3 of nose, taste, and experience?
I don't think you have.
I don't think I have.
I don't think you have.
I'm
more generous with that than you.
I'm pretty stingy with it, and I'm trying to, like, loosen up with that. But I also don't want to just give 2 thumbs up out willy-nilly. Like, they're reserved for really things that just like blow my socks off.
That's fair.
Which I never wear socks. I usually wear slippers when we're filming. Can you see that?
Yeah, they can see that. Yeah.
So I guess my socks are already knocked off.
For most people who aren't, like, super whiskey nerds, super whiskey heads, like, I mean, they couldn't really tell I can't tell the difference between a $20 bottle of wine and a $100 bottle of wine.
Neither can I.
I can't.
Yeah.
And most people who are into whiskey can't tell that either.
Yeah.
So you got to be kind of in the nerdy space to be able to make that differentiation. So, Erin kind of speaks to the everyday person. I speak to the little bit more of the nerdy person here. And then there's other channels that do way better jobs than we do of speaking to
more
the super whiskey nerds.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you gave a 3 to both, but you prefer glass 2.
Yep.
I gave a 4 and a 6.
Yeah.
I obviously prefer glass 2.
Oh, we got to find out what these are.
It's time to find out what these are, guys. It's reveal time.
So normally what would happen is I would pull out my phone, and we have our key on like a Google Drives form that Josh has. And so I would pull it up, and he would tell me the numbers, and then I would search the form and then hit the drop down, and it tells me what they are. But since we're not using from our blind sample pool, we're not going to do that.
We're using Scott. So Scott, I tried to slide the thing and it didn't work. So, and we'd get our sample jars, and we'd say, oh, so on the bottom, we put a black sticker and then an orange sticker on top, because we found out our light is so powerful that we could see through if it was only the orange sticker. So we put black, then orange, and then write the number on our key. So we've got 3 and 4 here. So, 3 and 4 from our blind sample pool.
What?
Wow. Check the key. We both prefer glass 4. Let's find out what glass 3 is. So
what's glass 3?
We got our key here, 3, 4. And then Scott, I was very careful about this because Scott doesn't know that we have really powerful lights, which can see right through this paper. So every time I held this up, I was holding it like this. So I could only see the 3, 4 because I can see right through this paper.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, stop. Okay.
Oh, you Scott, you dirty dog, you.
Okay, so glass 3, glass 1.
Oh my goodness.
Stop. Glass 1.
No, this is what happens during reveals.
Glass
I'm
1.
not apologetic.
Well, but I'm supposed to tell you, remember?
You're supposed to... Sorry, I saw it.
Glass 3, which is glass 1.
Glass 1, number 3, which typically we put all our things 10 and above so that there's no confusion between glass 1 and glass 2.
JTS Brown bottled in bond.
Hey, I want JTS Brown. I want JTS
it's
Brown.
100 proof. What's NAS?
Non-age stated.
But has to be at least 4 years old.
My cost half a gallon, $25.
So this is very inexpensive.
It's a super inexpensive whiskey.
I mean, it was a solid drink. It was a solid pour.
Man, is JTS Brown the bottom shelf champ? Scott, tell us, please.
I've never heard of it before.
Wow. Like, to me, like, it was a 4. It was just above
you gave it midpoint. A 4.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
All right, go to the next one.
The next one that we both liked, you gave it a perfect score.
I did.
For tasting.
I did.
Was William Heaven Hill 13-year bottled in bond?
Scott, you're a saint, man.
What does that mean?
My goodness. William Heaven Hill is a distillery only, like, super limited release. This is their 13-year bottled in bond. Like, you're going from like a 4+ year blend to a 13-year plus blend. Like,
I wonder if he put these together because he thought we might
same distillery.
Yeah.
Same distillery. Probably, I mean, knowing Heaven Hill, same mash bill.
So one's
just aged longer and better barrels. Like they.
And so how much does this go for normally?
I mean, does it say
$175? He thinks.
There you go, 175-ish. Like, secondary, who knows? Probably at least double that.
Well, see, and here's the problem.
Wow.
Because that for me, so with our real world score, price for me is a huge deterrent.
Yeah. So wait a minute. I want to talk about something real quick here.
I did like this a lot.
So.
But I like this one.
When I smell, now that I know what they are, and this is the thing, now that we know what we are, now everything starts to influence us. The JTS Brown has a sour note on it.
Of course it does now.
I never picked that up blind. And this just smells deep and dark and rich. And this has a sour note on the nose. I don't know if it's on the palate because I kind of crushed it. But look. Wow. Okay.
So hold on. Reveal. Reveal time.
Oh, Scott, you dirty dog, you. I love this so much. These are the exact types of head-to-heads that I put in our blind. That we like to have in our blind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So.
All right. Let's be real here. Okay. Half a gallon, $25. I mean, retail score's got to be a 2. Well, it gets hang on. I think Scott can comment. I think maybe JTS Brown's only in Kentucky.
Well,
that might knock it down to a 1 on retail
whiskey
score.
New guy says you can't get it in Colorado.
Yeah, I think JTS Brown is only a thumbs up. Price wise, like for the price, great, but because of the fact that it's only Kentucky specific, I'm almost sure it's only Kentucky specific. That has to ding it. I mean, but honestly, it almost could ding it a whole lot. But I'm gonna give it a retail score, which is what we tag our availability and price. I'm going to give it thumbs up. That's just me.
So, but see, I wouldn't know. So if we were doing this completely blind without people telling us, I wouldn't know that it wasn't available elsewhere.
But I would tell you because I'm more the shopper. Okay. So I don't even know what half a gallon converts to in fists. Like, is that 1.75? Like, that's wild.
Okay.
Not available. Okay, Scott says not available in Tennessee. Okay, Eric David Gunderson, the man with 3 names, says that he bought a bottle in Indiana. Okay, so there's some stuff.
Yes, Adriana. Other places. Okay, the shock that Josh has is usually what happens.
Every time. I'm never not surprised.
Yeah.
And that's part of the fun of blind tastings for me. That's why we do this the way we do it.
And I think for you, it's because you kind of have
Highlight Scott's. This is $7.99 for a $7.50. If you break it down. Scott, show enough.
Oh.
Unreal. Okay.
Isaiah says we get 750s of JTS
That's
$10
wild. That's wild.
all day long in
Indiana. This is the bottom shelf king right
Go to
here.
Indiana, dude.
This is the bottom shelf king.
Yeah.
All right. Because of the limited distribution, I'm only going to give it a thumbs up on retail score, which is availability and pricing. Obviously, pricing is 2 thumbs up plus more thumbs, but availability is hampered a little bit. Consumer score, whether we buy it again or not. I mean, here's the thing.
I'd buy it. $10.
I wouldn't stock up on it, so I wouldn't give
it
it 2 thumbs up, but I'd absolutely buy it again. So JTS Brown to me is a 6 out of 10.
For me, it's a 5 out of 10.
All right, William Heavenhill.
$175.
All right, these are both fantastic.
That's a lot of doll hairs.
Mini doll hairs.
Lots of
these are both fantastic. And this is what we debate off camera, actually while the camera's rolling, and some of it gets put in bloopers sometimes.
Some of it.
But the Glass 2 William Heavenhill 13-year, like, it's fantastic. I mean, it scored perfect for me.
Is it hard to find?
It's distillery only, as far as I know.
Okay.
I mean, you almost have to give it a thumbs down. But with the price...
I was thinking about that because the price,
That's a bummer.
But...
Would I buy it again? I'd buy 2 of these.
Oh,
I'd give it 2 thumbs up.
Wow. I'd probably...
That's how much I liked it. I love this glass. I love this glass.
I would, for the price, I would have to give it just okay on consumer score. I would maybe buy it again if I had like just an extra 175.
You know what? That's fair. No, $175 is a lot of money, and like we allocate about $300 a month, $350 a month for spirits budget
for the channel usually. And
some of
it goes to wine for me.
50 for the household, 300 for my miscellaneous.
Channel,
So if I spent all my miscellaneous plus the household spirits budget,
350.
Would I spend all of it on 2 bottles of this? I wouldn't.
There you go.
I wouldn't. I'd save. It's great.
You would buy 1 bottle?
It's great, but it's not so great that I would want to buy 2 bottles of it and completely neglect everything else I could acquire that month.
That's fair.
So to be honest, I have to mark it down, and it's going to get.
And a lot of what you're hearing right now is off camera.
Yeah.
Like we don't, because I feel like a lot of people wouldn't.
All right.
Our videos would be really long.
So let's roll. So we've done our reveal. We've reacted to the reveal. This is an interesting matchup because they're both from the Heaven Hill Distillery. They're both 100 proof. One is much older than the other.
Yeah.
We both preferred that one, but it's also more expensive. It's also much harder to get.
The real world score.
All right. So we've set our availability and pricing. They're both kind of limited, distillery only, very limited distribution, super cheap, kind of super expensive. Let's be honest. All right. Let's go into our real world scores. So I'm going to transition to real world scores and do our bell curve scoring, which is something we have not yet debuted on the channel. So our bell curve scoring, like we said, things are kind of in that middle of the pack. Only the outliers score above and below. So, Erin, where are you at for your real world scores on Glass 1? Sorry, I got distracted by chat.
Okay. So for Glass 1, it got, as you know, a 3 on my tasting scores. And then I gave it a thumbs up for retail score. Pricing and availability is good. Probably could give it 2 thumbs up. We'll just do 1. And then 1 on consumer score. Yes, I would buy it again. Thumbs up. So it gets a total of 5 points out of 10, which is a good solid pour. And it could probably maybe get a 6, but we're gonna stick with 5.
Well, it got a 6 for me. It got 4 points on the tasting score, and then it got a thumbs up on retail score, price and availability, thumbs up on consumer score, whether I buy it again or not. So we got 6 out of 10. That's a really good score. That's like at the upper end of the middle of the pack. Which is wild for something that's so cheap.
Which is funny because there's stuff that is this is super cheap and super inexpensive. And then there's also stuff that's a lot more expensive that is also scoring 5s.
Can you click
and 6s?
Tim Faines. So
what we sampling?
Glass 1 was JTS Brown. It was totally blind. We're doing it behind the scenes. Glass 2, William Heavenhill 13-year bottle and bond.
And we just found out.
Yeah, we just found out. We just did the reveal. We're doing our real world scores now. Erin, where are you at for real world scores on Glass 2?
So for me, Glass 2 got a 3 on the tasting score and got thumbs down on the retail score and just okay on the consumer score for a total of 3.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Kind of low.
I mean, William Heavenhill 13-year bottle and bond scored perfect for me on tasting. This is so good.
I don't know if that's happened before.
So good. one or two things have scored perfect,
Yeah.
but not many. It's hard to get that score out of me on all things. It did get a thumbs down on retail score.
Yeah.
I mean,
Womp
distillery
womp.
only or secondary. And then would I buy it again or not? Heck yeah, I'd buy it again. Thumbs up. Like, I would love to have another bottle of this. So total tasting score plus retail plus consumer score, it gets a 7 out of 10,
which is
for me.
very high.
Which is very high for a limited product. Now, with that said, even though our system might seem like it's a little bit biased against limited products, if the taste is there, they're going to get rewarded.
Yeah.
They're going to get rewarded. So,
and it's also how, like, I weigh price more heavily than Josh does. And so that's where the subjective nature comes in.
I'm a little bit more willy-nilly with money.
Well, and that's okay. It's not willy-nilly with money. You're willy-nilly with money on things that are important to you.
Yeah.
And the whiskey is important to you, whereas for me, it may be other things that is not a whiskey bottle.
Wow. All right. So per our thing, we've delivered our real scores, our consumer notes. What have we learned? I mean, you've got something that's super cheap here. You got something that's super expensive here, relatively limited here, highly limited here. What have we learned?
I don't know what we've learned.
I mean, we've learned that Scott's a mastermind.
Yeah.
I think we've learned that. Scott Kading showing up in the chat.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. What a matchup. Same distillery, different year. Wow. That's what we've learned tonight.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm in for a bottle of JTS Brown or a case of JTS Brown.
Yeah, for the price.
I want a case of JTS Brown. You can put this in some blinds and mess with some people.
I want to pause here for a minute.
Scott did to us.
Matt Rainey said, I think Josh gave a 6 on the Old Forester barrel strength, if he remembers correctly. Does that sound right?
Yeah. The Old Forester barrel strength bourbon and rye both hit me just right in the sweet spot. Yeah. So, all right. So that's
thank you, Justin. Justin, where did it go?
All right.
Justin said that we were fun to watch.
Who are these for? We want to talk about that. And a lot of times we cover that in our conversation, but if we haven't hit on it, we want to make sure we cover it. So who are these for? I mean, I think these are both for everybody because of that 100 proof price or the 100 proof point.
Yeah.
I think they're approachable for everybody.
Well, the one that's $10 or whatever is definitely for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
If
you're at the distillery and you appreciate the nuance of bourbon, then pick a bottle of this up if you can get it. For real.
I feel like that's
worth
a special thing you get. Like when you go to a distillery, you know you're probably going to spend some money on a bottle. That would be a really good one to get.
It's not worth the money.
I agree. It's a lot of money.
And that's a big thing for her to say.
Yeah.
It's not worth the money.
Yeah.
So I would love to have both of these. We have neither of these. Now I'm going to be on a mission to get
both of them. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah. Thank you, Thank you so much, man. All right, so that's what we've delivered.
Scott says he'll be happy to bring a gallon for us. A half a gallon. He'll be in town soon.
Too kind, man. Way too kind. All right. So then that's when we wrap our filming, and then we're on to we talk about our Patreon. Yes. If you want to be involved in the community, and
while you do that, I want to highlight Liberty Not Licensed. We've learned that we like whiskey a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
what we've learned.
Look, what's that thing? It's like the meme. It's the farmer in the field, and it's like it ain't whatever. It's hard. Know. It's hard work, but it's honest.
I don't see
like memes. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
I wish we would have had that loaded into the chat. That's essentially the motto of our channel.
Yeah.
So we'll do the Patreon pitch. We'll say how much we appreciate people supporting the channel. If you want to support the channel, you can do so with the link below. We can't put that here because we're not editing. And then I'll say that if you don't want to spend any extra money to support the channel, you can do with our Amazon affiliate link in the description. I literally don't even know if that's in the description below, but if it is, you can do that. Buy your toilet paper and rice cakes and cat food and whatever else you buy from Amazon. You can just click the link and then go away from the Glencairns and buy whatever you want to buy.
Yeah.
And then you do the upcoming you do our thanks for watching and our upcoming live streams because we are appreciative for you guys for watching.
We truly are.
Hey, wait a minute. We're closing out the mock trial, but we're going to do our bonus pours and we're going to do our 1K celebration. Yeah. We're going to chat with you guys because we can't really pay attention to the chat when we're doing this.
So now we will pay more attention to the chat.
So hit us up in the chat.
If I've missed anyone, a comment that you really wanted me to see, say it again and then tag us so that way I can make sure to see it.
Especially do the @stuffandwhiskey, like it pops up with the orange box and we can see it really well. We found that out.
Yeah. And I'm sorry again
All right.
for missing.
So thank people. No, wait, you don't have to do that. We just say that.
I am sorry
when we do our
for
video,
missing JG super
No,
chat.
but when we do our video podcast, but you address that.
I know. I feel badly.
But hey, give yourself some grace.
Okay.
You did all right. We're new here. When we do our video podcast, we've learned that we say that we're a channel about conversation and community disguised as a whiskey channel.
Yeah.
So, because that's really what we're about, because we enjoy sitting down and having pours with people, with friends, with loved ones, with people who are in town, whatever. And we really enjoy that.
Yeah.
And it's not so much about what's in the glass, it's about the company that you're sharing it with.
Yes.
So,
and to that, cheers,
absolutely.
Tom. Cheers, Edward.
All right. So, look,
Thank
guys, we hit 1K. We said this at the top of the show. We hit 1K way sooner than we thought we would.
Yeah, like
literally, our first video came out April 22nd. Now, that is, I want to be real honest here. We literally had 4 months of planning, prep, branding, episode ideas, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Like, we put a lot of legwork and a lot of groundwork into establishing this channel.
Nurse Dave's Shaving World. It's a video podcast. So that's what we call our Saturday morning episodes. We call them our video podcast.
Yeah.
So Thursdays we do our head-to-heads, and then Saturdays are the video podcast. So that's what we're talking about.
And we call them that because they're more conversational. I don't think they would ever work as a audio only podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You can do away with those glasses, and you can bring in Scott's other two. So Scott,
also it's 9:22, just so you know.
We've got 1 and 2 here. We're gonna pour these, and we're gonna go out on these as our 1,000 subscriber celebration. Even though we're near 1.2K now.
So we had months of planning. Our first video launched on April 22nd, which was our bloopers video, right?
Our bloopers video, and then our second video launched on April 29th. But April 22nd is the important date, my sister's birthday, and then that's easy to remember.
Mm-hmm.
And then July 22nd, we hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, which is the benchmark for YouTube monetization.
Which was insane. And we were actually out of town, and you got the email about it. So that was kind of cool. We were visiting family. Oh, thank you.
This is typically what I do. I tend to pour her heavy, and then we swap. So Scott, he says A and B, A or B. This is not A or B. This is 1 and 2, once you went with the original 3 and 4. So we put an audible right before the filming, and we wanted to get right into these because you said this is something that you wanted us to just enjoy, and we're breaking the rules a little bit, and we're going right into it.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, we're in chat now.
Yeah, we're gonna pay attention to some chats. What's
all
up?
Right, chat with us. We're gonna try to stay on here for about 10 more minutes.
Tim, what's your gold standard for prices? Mine's around or under 60. That's mine too.
1,000% agree, Tim.
$50 to $60 is
so
a comfortable price point.
Let's catalog what's available between $40 and $60. $40 in our market. 4 rows of single barrel, 100 proof.
Rare breed.
Old Forester 1910. Woofers are double oak. I mean, I could be fine with those 4.
Yeah. So that's a good standard. And for me, that's kind of the benchmark. Like if I taste something that I like, but it's $150 and I can get something I like just as much for $60, then I'm going to get the $60 thing.
Take care of my lady. Make sure she's hydrated.
All right. Erin, brand of slippers. Josh, what watch are you wearing today? Okay, so my brand of
love this.
So these are from Amazon, and I think
aren't they Jessica Simpson?
They're Jessica Simpson brand. Yeah, they're just from Amazon, and I wear them every day because I work from home now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking really raggedy, and I need another, like a fresh pair.
Yeah.
So they're not expensive. So I'll probably end up buying a pair every 6 months because I wear them literally every day.
So this is fun because on earlier today, we recorded 2 video podcasts, and I went 1,000% nerd mode on
some boots
for fall because that episode is going to come out in September.
Yep.
But when it comes to slippers for guys, LL Bean's Wicked moccasins, I think they're called Wicked Good moccasins or something like that.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I also wear like some Converse slides, but any slides will work.
Yeah.
Watch today is the Explorer reference 114270.
There's a story about that.
There's a whole long backstory. We won't bore you guys with that, but it's amazing. Like, I love this thing. It's kind of small.
Let's just say that started off as my watch.
It did. It actually did start off as her watch.
I bought it.
And then she wanted to move on from it. And then I had to sell a bunch of stuff to be able to
and I got another
buy
watch,
this from her, essentially.
I don't have any straps for the watch I have. So
we're waiting on those to come in the mail. So you'll see those in future head-to-heads.
Yeah.
But we love our watches around here. We're super nerds.
Yeah. Liberty Nut License asked if we're in Illinois. We knew where that was pretty accurately. So we are not in Illinois. We are actually in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah. Erin's family just lives in Central Illinois.
My family lives in Central Illinois. My parents do, and a couple of my siblings. And I was actually born in Springfield, Illinois. However, I moved away, and I've lived all over the country since then. But my family lives outside of the Springfield area. So that's that.
Yeah, just go down the list. Wait, go up one.
Stuff and Whiskey.
Edward Fulmer asked, favorite 1792. We've only ever had the small batch and the bottle in bond. We've not had the 12-year. We've not had the port finish. We've not had the high rye. I mean, of those two, are you on one or two?
One.
Okay, you're in your left hand, so I didn't know.
I'm sorry. Well, I have to do the mouse.
You do.
One is good. Oh, Tim, Erin, what's your gold standard on price? It's about $50.
Rare breed.
Rare breed. It's $50.
The answer is rare breed.
Yeah. So
$ rare breed.
$50, give or take $10 on either side. So 40 to 60, but 50 is like my.
Look, I swear up and down the coffee beans work.
I can smell the coffee beans. Okay. Erin is in her work clothes. Mine are sweats and no shoes. Yeah.
I'm in jeggings right now.
I'm business up top, like comfortable on the bottom. Like I usually wear leggings and slippers, and then I've got my nice button downs from when I had a business casual job that I still wear.
Yeah. By the way, I'm in 4-way stretch jeggings right now. Check out Uniqlo for those.
Yeah.
The easy pants. Okay, so on the nose, compare glass 1 and 2.
I didn't even smell this. I just went in for a taste. One was really delicious though.
At first I thought 2 was clear ahead on the nose, but now that I'm smelling them back to back, they smell identical to me.
This tastes like an eraser.
It smells like an eraser.
The number 2.
Yeah, in a good way, in the best of ways.
Yeah, in like a good way. I don't hate it.
Like the pink,
the
heavy,
pink, the thick one.
And thick
and
boys.
Then you like have to use your whole hand to erase things.
Yeah, because it's so heavy, but you gotta put pressure on it too. Oh man. All right.
Athens, Ohio.
Keep going down the list.
No, wait. Tim said Athens, Ohio. No, Athens, Illinois, or Athens, Illinois. I think it's Athens in Ohio.
It might be. I think it's Athens everywhere else.
I used to live in
Illinois.
Columbus, Ohio, but my parents live in Athens, Illinois. So that's different.
All right. I'm getting darker notes out of glass 2, and I'm almost getting like a tea note out of glass 2, like a dark, sweet Lipton tea.
Clearly, your feet don't sweat, Josh. Slides only for me.
Oh man, Alaska. My sweet be fetting like a mofo, man.
Edward Fulmer, what's the heaviest music you guys listen to? My band sounds like Sasquatch getting it on with a grizzly. Assuming you guys aren't into the super heavy stuff.
So
Josh might surprise you.
Erin's not.
I'm not. Surprise.
Oh man. The heaviest stuff. So my favorite band is Tool.
Yeah, which you've gone to see them in concert
many times. Yeah. I think they're the most revolutionary band on planet Earth.
Yeah,
bar none. It just is what it is.
Yeah,
it's a fact. I can't help it. But heaviest, I mean, oh man, there's
Tool. I don't know.
No, Tool's not the heaviest. Tool's like prog rock. Heaviest. Why am I blanking on everything?
I don't know, but we got comments.
Like Doom Matcha, is Electric Wizard. Like there's a lot of heavy stuff I listen to, but like Tool's my wheelhouse. 9 Inch Nails, I actually like their older stuff that's more experiential, kind of progressive. Mm-hmm. Not so much the early stuff.
Oh man, okay.
On the nose.
So I didn't like the smell of glass 2 for a hot
minute.
On
the nose, which one's the winner for you?
Well, it was glass 1, but I just smelled it. And I kind of like glass 2 on the nose better now.
I like glass 2 on the nose. They're both great.
Yeah.
But glass 2 takes the cake for me on the nose. Let's get into the palate. You went 2 first, or you been into 1?
I've been into all.
I'm so behind. This is par for the course.
Oh, glass 1 is just like.
By the way, I think me saying par for the course is par for the course.
Yeah. Glass 1.
Oh.
So good.
Glass 1 on that finish, Scott.
It's so good.
That hits me like the chewy sweet tarts, the big pack of 4. I've said that note before.
Tool is music. All else is not Tool.
Look, it's going to be the other stuff in one of our video podcast episodes, but look up Danny Carey Pneuma, Pneuma, drum, whatever. You'll find it in YouTube. Electric Wizard. Yeah. Doom Mancha. Like, oh, man. So
did we just become best friends and experience Whiskey New Guy?
I mean, me and Greg are basically the same person.
Yeah, so. He said that earlier. He said another thing.
Okay, glass 1 on the palate is chewy sweet tarts.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So initial impressions, I like glass 2 on the nose, but I like glass 1 overall better. Both of them, they're really good. This one kind of is now starting to morph into like tea smell.
Glass 2 took me off guard based on the nose.
I love me a tea smell.
Hang on. Let's appreciate these for what they are. These are our 1,000 subscriber celebration pours.
We need to appreciate our subscribers.
I know. This is what the deal is, guys. Like, we have more fun hanging out with you guys than we do actually drinking what we're drinking. So
these are so good.
But I feel like Scott, he said that we would really appreciate these, and he didn't care if we did these on the live stream or not. So I feel like they're probably good. I don't know that to be sure, though, because he threw us a JTS Brown. Please highlight Edward Fulmer's there. Nope, the second one down. Yes, sir. You are correct. Even though I think Lateralis or Lateralis, I say Lateralis, I think that's their best album.
Stock on Josh has immediately become a strong buy. I think you just got some friends.
Look, I'm no Bitcoin, but
he is a strong buy. I will vouch for that.
She's way biased.
He is a solid investment.
She's way biased.
No. I'm smart. I'm smart.
Okay,
I'm smart with my investments.
Hold the train. Hold the presses. Stop the presses. Hold the train. Okay. Whatever all the sayings are, people say. Glass 2, I just got stinky feet.
You never get stinky feet. I'm the one that says stinky feet.
You always get stinky feet. Glass 2, I got stinky feet in the good way. I don't even know how that's possible.
You know what I mean now?
I know what you mean now. What in the world?
Let's find out what these are.
No. I'm not ready to yet.
Okay, then I'll work on some comments.
Yeah, go.
Liberty Not Licensed got thrown out of a Tool concert. A USF, is that Florida?
I don't even know what South Florida? Too sober?
Too sober.
I mean, the song Sober?
Greg Johnson. Erin is brilliant. This is obvious. Well, thank you.
I mean,
I'm brilliant because
you are not wrong.
I believe he's a good investment. He's worth my time. So.
Wow. Have we had too much to drink?
I've not. I think you might have, though. Stinky feet is applicable in a good way. Yeah, it is. I get that on a lot of our pours on our blinds.
I kind of wonder if these are Willet. Knowing Scott, I wonder if these are Willet.
Maybe.
Because I say it so many times. Willet's on their own wavelength.
Yeah.
He's given us some Willets that are crazy off. Like, I mean, just profiles that I would not expect.
Josh has excellent taste in whiskey.
In women, that's a fact.
Well,
that's a fact, Jack.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Man, that stills and smells straight up like stinky feet,
but not in a bad way. It's not off-putting.
Look.
Boo Ryan, I turn on the stream. First 2 things I hear are stinky feet and Tool. I will have to start watching. Please do.
That's what we're here for, man.
We appreciate that.
Look, this is you guys hanging out. We're sitting at our bar top here in our kitchen, and you're right there enjoying it with us.
Yeah.
Glass 2 is stinky feet in the best of ways.
So I like glass 1. I give glass 1 thumbs up. We're doing like a quick sips.
We do a quick sip score. Yeah.
Glass 1 gets a thumbs up.
I'm not in a position to give nuanced tasting.
Glass 2 also gets a thumbs up, but I prefer glass 1. That's my score.
Okay. We got a real problem on our hands right now. Look at the camera. Look slightly to the right of the camera.
What are we talking about?
Okay. You can't have that ear poking out here on the live stream.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'll cover up my ears.
She can't do that.
He likes it when I have my ear poking out. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a problem. All right, so very distracting. We're back now.
Greg,
clickable.
Erin keeping her mouth shut on Josh's taste in women. Ooh, you're in trouble. He's not in trouble. He's just made some bad decisions in the past. Let's just say that.
Can we cut that from the live stream? Look, I take full responsibility for everything in my past.
Yeah. Okay. Can we please find out what these are?
No, hang on. Okay. All right.
You
I know I like both of them a lot.
You focus. I'll
You do
handle
the
the
chat.
Comments.
All right, guys. I want to give these 2 glasses their just due.
I'll handle the comments. You focus. Kind of figure out what you want. Don't pay attention to the comments. I'll do it.
This is also something that happens. There's like a gnat on our diffusion sheet right here. And we have plants inside and we get gnats and they distract me.
Yeah.
I don't know what EAR is, but.
Thoughts on Larceny. Oh, where did it go? Thoughts on Larceny BP? What's BP?
You had that.
What's BP stand for?
Barrel proof.
Barrel proof. I had it in a blind last night with Old Forester 100, 4 rows of small batch, and 1792 small batch, and it came in dead last. Not a Larceny barrel proof fan.
I'd agree with that.
Did I like Larceny?
No, neither of us did. It was in an Elijah Craig barrel proof versus Larceny barrel proof because they're both Heaven Hill.
Okay.
And even though it's wheated and the proof was different, it was both C920 batches. Here's the deal with that. Larceny barrel proof is one of the most strange pours I've ever had because it's like 2 experiences in one. It drinks like 100 proof pour, but then the finish is like 115 proof because it just lingers, but it's really disjointed in a weird way. I'd like to highlight JG's comment that says squirrel, and I relate to that on a deep level, and I appreciate you, sir.
Yeah. So Liberty Not Licensed says, hop on over to Jack White's and listen to his favorite Sun House in Mississippi. John Hurt on LP there, if you haven't already.
Look, glass 2 is like licking a dirty foot.
Can I say, I'm going to name drop here. I have met Jack White, and he has kissed my hand, and he is a very nice gentleman. I will say that. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, you should listen to that.
Photography?
No, I was...
Producer. Yeah. We can do that.
I used to be a...
Click Inexperienced Whiskey New Guys. So this is...
I stole your recipe for banana pancakes blend.
Look, Barry Hawk, we're going to shout you out, man.
That's Barry Hawk?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Hi, Barry.
Yeah. So our September live stream, we're doing a blind that Barry Hawk sent us. Inexperienced Whiskey New Guy. I'm so sorry if you didn't want your name put out in public. I hope that's okay. I just realized that.
No.
This is the problem with live streams because you can't take anything back. But it is the most rad name ever. Let's be honest.
It is.
I can see the chat so much better when I wear my glasses.
Yeah. Okay. Feet and ears. We know what gets Josh going.
I mean, I do prefer glass 2. Which one do you prefer? Has it been so long since you've forgotten?
Glass 1.
You prefer glass 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's find out what these are. All right.
Old Cabin Still Hillbilly Decanter.
Scott!
Stitzel Weller. You said Weller. You said these are Weller, right?
No, Scott. Are you kidding me right now?
Oh, girl. I got expensive tastes.
Look, let's just stop the live stream right now. These are fantastic.
You said Willet. You said the things. So glass 1 is Old Cabin Still.
Okay.
Hillbilly Decanter. Stitzel Weller.
This is Stitzel Weller. 6-year-old, 90 proof, barreled in 1963, bottled in 1969. What in the world, Scott? What in the world?
This is
what in the world?
This is smooth like jazz music.
Oh my good. You know what?
That's
a really good analogy.
I think that's why I liked it because it didn't like jostle me. Like I really enjoyed it.
Oh my good. A 1963 distilled Stitzel Weller? So when you think of Weller nowadays, dude. Bro, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is the oldest whiskey we've ever tried.
Yeah. I like it.
Prior to this, our oldest was a 1970 early times.
Okay.
Which was fantastic. That's what Miles brought over for New Year's.
Oh, that's right. That was
fantastic.
That was really good.
These old whiskeys are unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
These are both so good. Like, so what we found with Dusty Whiskey, especially when you get back into like the 70s, like the early 80s and 70s, is like you get so much more flavor at a lower proof point. I mean,
I liked this one. It's not cheap.
This Jim Beam Bicentennial, 8 year, 3 month.
We didn't say that. Number 2.
Jim Beam Bicentennial, 8 year, 3 months, 80 proof, circa 1976.
Wow. These are both.
This glass one cost Scott $550. Stitzel Weller is going to bring a price premium, period. You just can't avoid that. Jim Beam cost Scott $100.
I mean, that's still a decent price point, but...
Dude, these are massively generous samples.
Yeah. Thank you so much. These are really good.
I mean, they're both good. Like, I literally struggled to figure out which one I preferred more. I think I prefer the Jim Beam more, which is wild because this is 90 proof. This is 80 proof. I would tend to lean towards this one.
They drink proofier, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, there's just more flavor. It's not that there's a proof kick. There's just more flavor there
I think that's what I
than
mean.
what you would expect out of a modern day 80 or 90 proof whiskey, which that's a testament to Dusty's. Yeah. I mean, highlight Scott right there. Amazing pours.
Okay, they are.
You're daggum right.
I have to do this. Is y'all witness the moment when the channel changed to whiskey? We can't get this either. So
click. Scott says amazing pours, and then highlight the man with 3 names. I was 7 when that was bottled.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
We were 80s children, early 80s, so we were not born when either one of these were bottled. That's unreal.
Yeah.
That's the cool part about whiskey.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, we know Scott, so I would much rather enjoy these with Scott sitting right over there. But that didn't work out that way. And the fact that Scott's on here and we can share that with him this way.
It feels like we are a little bit.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Like, wow.
Oh, thank you, Scott.
I don't even want to take another sip of either one of these. I know. Because I want to enjoy them after the stream goes off.
Can I please have some more of this in my glass?
No. Absolutely not. I want every last... I'm going to suck the last little bit out of this sample jar. Are you kidding me?
Well, thank you, Scott. These are awesome.
I love you so much. I'm not giving you any more of this whiskey.
To celebrate our 1,000 subscribers.
All right.
Oh, look, we're sipping together with Scott.
Scott got to see our genuine reactions to these.
JG said he was -7 when one of those was bottled.
All right, let's roll up through the chat.
Okay.
So go to Inexperienced Whiskey New Guy. So we have this thing that when we did it came up in our double blind because we wanted to do 2 double-barreled options, Woodford Reserve Double Oak versus Old Forester 1910. And they're both, 90-ish proof, 90.46, whatever Woodford is. And then 93 for 1910. And they're both Brown-Forman. We mixed them together. We thought they were better together than they were apart. And then there was like a super cheesy moment in the episode. And then I was thinking to myself, hold on a minute. Brown-Forman, Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof.
It's known for the banana notes.
Let's mix it together because we thought the 2 tasted like a breakfast. The Woodford Reserve Double Oak and the 1910, we thought they tasted like a total breakfast. And I was like, hold on, let's add in the thing. And like, we're 80s kids, 90s, coming of age. So Jack Johnson, Banana Pancakes was on my mind.
The early 2000s.
It did, but it was big.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if we mix Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, which is heavy banana in our bottle that we have right now, with the blend of Old Forester 1910 and Woodford Reserve Double Oak. And we called it Brown-Forman Banana Pancakes. And it's good.
Inexperienced Whiskey New Guy, I want to know what you thought of it when you did that. If you already said it, I must have missed it.
I would love to hear. We tried it. We did the math on it. It's about 104-ish proof, which is similar to Four Roses Small Batch Select and forget Forget Four Roses Small Batch Select. Like, I'd much rather buy a bottle of Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof 1910 and Woodford Reserve Double Oak and mix them together and make the blend.
So JG said he did that and he liked it. And then, thank you, Inexperienced Whiskey New Guy loved it too.
Are we making a thing?
I don't know.
Look, Jack Johnson and Banana Pancakes was during my phase of like the Abercrombie and Fitch and the American Eagle polos.
Necklaces,
No, hang on. I never went as far as a puka shell necklace, but what I did do is I want to say some words, but my best friend, Kermit, talked me into buying like this trendy, like kind of cowboy hat from PacSun.
Yeah, and he wore a cowboy hat. He thought it was cool.
For a day, and I returned it.
Yeah.
But it was the time of the American Eagle or the Abercrombie polos and the cargo shorts and the thong
sandals, like leather,
and listening to Jack Johnson.
Yep. I was doing
Banana Pancakes.
An internship in Florida at the time, in Fort Myers, Florida. And I remember we were with some friends and we like rented this little Airbnb and we were listening to Jack Johnson. I was probably in my early 20s.
I rocked some Jack Johnson hard back in the day. Hard.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else
Let's catch up. We said we were going to go to 9:30 and now we're at 9:46.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Filled with joy. We're filled with joy. Thank you for sharing this with us. For real.
Yeah. And it's as great as the whiskey is. We're just so happy to be sharing it with you, brother.
All right. Let's see. Oh, dropping some birthdays in here. Edward Fulmer.
1980. 1 year younger than you.
1981, baby, myself.
83. She's so much older.
I am. Let's see.
JG says a comment worth "Don't touch this."
Where?
You know what? Jack Johnson in concert. Steve Burkow says Jack Johnson
in concert. Was
Jack Jansen.
Was he good in concert? Because I have a feeling like I know he's like probably super chill. So was it a good concert? That's what I want to know.
Okay, so concerts, hit us in the chat.
Yeah.
But we went to Amos Lee at Nashville at the Schermerhorn Symphony Center.
He played with the Nashville Symphony.
And we thought, and I've been to some concerts that I really enjoyed, like Tool, Aesop Rock. Like, there's a lot of concerts I've been to that I would rate really high. Bon Iver. Like, there's a lot of concerts I rate really high. Bon Iver at the Ryman.
At the Ryman in Nashville, which is awesome.
Amos Lee at the Schermerhorn Symphony Center was one of the most incredible concerts I've ever been to. Probably number one.
Backstory, we got free tickets through the company I used to work for this show. And so I told Josh, I was like, if this show is bad, we can leave because we didn't pay for these tickets.
Yeah, we thought we were going to leave. We thought we were going to leave
because he's really good, but we just thought it was going to be boring. And it was such an entertaining show. So beautiful. The symphony played with Amos Lee. He was engaging. Like we still talk about it to this day. And if he ever plays with the Nashville Symphony again, we will pay money to go see him. Like he was that good. So let's
as good as Amos Lee was, I think this Weller whiskey is better.
Yeah. I don't know.
How in the world is a 90 proof whiskey? How does it have a finish like that?
Because it's old and old things are good.
We're old and we're not good.
Speak for yourself, bud.
That's fair.
That's fair. Let's see. My
Fane? Oh, sorry. I got distracted by Tim Fane saying we did something right.
We did something right.
You know me. I like doing things right.
You do.
You had to scroll down to see it.
Oh, thank you.
So first say his last name right. How else do people pronounce it?
Maybe, I don't know, Fen?
Fen? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it.
Highlight Greg right there. Dusty bourbon hits different.
You ain't lying, man. It really does.
Every dusty bourbon we've had. So
dusty bourbon is old. Is that what it's called?
Okay. Dusty because it's sitting on the shelf.
Yeah.
We've had 70s early times. We had 70s Old Taylor.
Okay.
We've had. Have we had anything else? We haven't had any Dusty Turkey, which for a couple of turkey heads, that's high on our radar. I think these are our third and fourth pours of Dusty's.
These are both really good. And I think what I love is that they have so much flavor without punching me. And I don't love being
That's your MO.
I don't love being punched, but I do appreciate good flavor. I don't like watered down.
Look, this is interesting. So now that I know what they are, I feel like I prefer the first glass.
Of course you do.
Because I know the first glass is Stitzel-Weller, and I know the
bougie.
second glass is Jim Beam.
You bougie.
I tasted the second glass just now, and it didn't hit me the way the first glass hit me.
You bougie.
I mean...
Ooh, Tool rescheduled event at Bridgestone.
Hey,
when it's announced, let's go. He's in.
I am 1,000%
He's in. So
1,000%.
Right before COVID hit, you drove to Memphis to go see Tool.
Me and my best friend went to Memphis. That was the first time we tried Pappy 23. That was the first time we tried Lot B. That was actually the first time we tried George T. Stagg. Different hotels around Memphis. And then, I drive to Memphis again because their hotels got the hookup. But I would also watch a show here in Nashville because that's better.
So I want to see if Steve answered my question.
All right. These are both fantastic. I think we have concluded all the things that we need to hit for the live stream. We have definitely celebrated 1,000 subscribers.
I do, since I
asked the biggest way.
I asked Steve a question. I do want to highlight this. He said Jack Johnson concert was a wonderful, relaxing experience. So much personality and talent. That's what I love to see, is the personality of the people performing.
Yeah.
When they can kind of talk in between sets. I love that because it shows a little bit of who they are. Yeah. So, okay.
When you say relaxing and Jack Johnson, I think weed.
Maybe. Who knows?
Which a lot of that floats around the Tool concerts too. With our jobs, we do not partake. Correct. That's not our bag. But you do you, boo.
Yeah.
You do you, boo. That's the whole motto of our channel. Yeah. Essentially, is you do you, boo.
Yeah.
All right, let's catch up with the chat real quick before we sign off for the night. I said we're going to go to 9:30. Now we're going to go to 10. So
this is like, I'm going to turn into a pumpkin at 10.
It is so hard to get off of this chat. Like, we have so much fun doing this, guys.
I know, you guys are fun.
I hope you have as much fun as we have.
I hope we're not, like, encroaching on someone else's live stream because we're going late.
No, I hope. I think Sunday nights are kind of a vacuum.
What do you mean?
Even though Livewire Whiskey is going. So go up on the chat real quick. Let's make sure we want to make sure we hit everybody. Whiskey Wimps, go up, go.
No, it's right here. Thank you.
What's he say?
Damn, you guys are still going. Cheers, Jack Johnson, for the win.
Hey, man. All right, first off, you got them California vibes, so I know you appreciate some Jack Johnson.
Yeah, he does.
Period.
Whether you like him or not, you can
see my recent reply to your comment about Snoop Dogg and Outkast. I mean, East Coast Southerners, it is what it is. But all right, let's go up.
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay, are we good? So we found that Erin needs to run the chat because I'm a basket case. Mm-hmm. I am essentially hurting a whole. What is it? A whole gang of cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
I'm a mess.
So there's one comment I wanted to show, and then I think we should sign off. It's Greg Johnson had some turkey from the 80s, and it was life-changing. So let's find some turkey from the 80s.
There's not much I would be willing to pay a premium for, but Dusty Turkey. And when I say Dusty Turkey, I don't mean like the aughts. I mean the 80s.
The 80s.
That I'd be with, like give me a split label or a cheesy gold foil.
Okay.
I want to talk about those.
Okay.
Roll through the chat.
Green Day's basket case.
Talk about it. Green
Day. 90s music, all of it. All of it. Alternative, mostly alternative and pop. Not into the rock scene, but we'll say alternative and pop.
You like the alt rock.
I like alt rock, yeah. So Green Day, basket case, awesome album, the end, be end. And on that note, I think we'll sign off.
Hang on. Roll down in the chat.
It's down.
Can we ever keep these chats to an hour?
We're going to try.
We're really going to try, guys.
So this is a starting point.
It's so hard for us as viewers to catch up on a 2-3 hour chat.
Yep.
So we want to honor that.
Yep. So thank you for sticking with us. We really
have so
appreciate
much fun
it.
hanging out with you guys.
We have so much fun hanging out with you. So we're going to be doing these live streams monthly.
Once a month.
So hopefully that will cut down on the time, and our goal is to keep them in an hour. Josh, stop.
Sorry, Highlight Whiskey Wimps.
Green Day was his first CD he ever
Dookie?
had. Maybe. I don't know.
It's got to be Dookie.
Do you want to know the first CD I ever had? Can you take a guess?
Oh, Spice Girls?
No. Even lamer.
Britney Spears?
No. DC Talk.
Oh!
And if you know who DC Talk is, hit me up.
Okay.
If you don't...
I can't remember the first CD I ever had, but I do remember having the dual cassette recorder and
recording
going
from tape to
on 92Q and recording Biggie Smalls. I love it when you call me Big Papa.
Yeah.
I could remember recording that on the cassette to cassette.
Yeah.
And then I got into Columbia House Scam, and I got Marilyn Manson.
Oh,
and I got
of course
Pantera, Great Southern Trendkill, and
Weird Al.
Far Beyond Driven. She's definitely
yeah. So Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah.
Before I actually heard the original Gangster's Paradise, I heard and memorized Amish Paradise by Weird Al. The end.
and I was more on like the Coolio, not that train.
Yeah.
Like Coolio on the radio station and Warren G Regulate.
Yeah.
Like that whole album. That whole album is great, by the way.
Yeah.
And then what else? Like I said, Pantera, Far Beyond Driven, Great Southern Trendkill, Cowboys from Hell, like all that stuff.
Yep.
Like, yeah. I got in a Columbia House thing where you could get like 20 CDs for a penny, and then you got charged like some exorbitant price for shipping. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Greg is familiar with DC Talk.
It was fun.
Friends with the owner of the label gave DC Talk their break. They
really?
went to the college that I went to.
Yeah, for a period of time. After Ohio State. I
went to another school. I did graduate from Liberty University. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And I met some of them.
Yeah, there you go.
And then there's another story that I could tell you, but it's about a past relationship.
Yeah.
And DC Talk.
Oh, Whiskey
Connection.
Wimps and Greg Johnson are both tugging at my heartstrings here with Cemetery Gates and Cowboys from Hell.
You need to come to California to hang out. Oh, I would love to come to California. Where in California does he live?
Central Coast.
Oh, so I used to live in Southern California, and I always thought I would drive up PCH Highway, and I never got to. So
are we in overtime right now?
We are. We've got to stop, you guys. I'm so sorry. I love hanging out with you so much, but Erin has to go to bed. It's a school night.
It is a school night. We have work in the morning.
We have to work.
What time do you wake up?
I don't know. I have to. Well, I work from home now, so I could probably wake up.
This is a new thing.
I could probably wake up at 7 and be fine. I usually wake up at 5:30.
What time do I wake up?
5 a.m. And I usually wake up at 5:30
Central Time
because we like to get things done. But I could sleep in.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Scott. Love you too.
Love you, brother.
DC Talk Jesus Freak. Yep. So.
Oh my goodness, guys.
I had some. What was the album that came out?
Hang on. Time out. Everything time out. Give me this. Can we comment on how Erin's nails are popping right now?
Oh yeah, I never
paint.
paint my fingernails.
She never paints her fingernails. How did it take me hours to notice this?
This has been days.
Hey, I see you.
Days.
I see you. I hear you, and I see you.
Okay.
And I love you.
This has been days.
Yeah. All right.
So
days. It
Michael
took me days
Campbell,
to realize.
Jesus Freak. So the album that came out before that one was the one that I had, which is where they were more like rapping, and then Jesus Freak was a little more hardcore. And so it took me a while to come on. Like, I didn't like Jesus Freak when it first came out, but I like it now. But the album before that, I think it New Thing. I can't remember what it was called, but it's white. The cover is white, and they're like on it. That's the album I had.
Old Texan. Josh is lit. All right, so I will. Right there. Click it.
Oh.
All right, so I'm not lit. I'm like a solid 5 out of 10.
You're feeling it.
I'm feeling
and
it.
I feel
I'm a 5
like
out of 10.
We need to wrap it up.
Yeah. We got to figure out how to sign out of these things. We are going to get better, guys. Man, I can't thank Scott enough for these samples.
Yeah,
these are
Scott.
unreal. Look. So you're going to get let's wrap it up. Let's cap it.
Okay.
Thank you for what you do the thing.
Okay, so this is how we end.
Hit the notes.
The notes. So thank you so much for watching our videos. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. I think you can do that in live stream. So thumbs up this video if you had a good time. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And again, we'll try to keep these to an hour. Tonight we did not do that.
Yeah. We're only twice the time.
But if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. We love bringing our content to you guys, and we love hanging out. I think these live streams really just reinforce what we already know about the whiskey community, that you guys are awesome, and we just love being a part of it. So that's what I got.
We love to do them. We'd love to do them more often. It just, our schedule is a beast. And with the editing, with the videos and stuff, there's only so much we can do. Shout out to all the Whiskey Tube channels that do so much more than we do.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's like a full-time job.
It's unreal. It is. And we have full-time jobs, so all we can manage is an additional part-time job. So we're super thankful for you guys for tuning in. I mean, you've said the thumbs up. I don't know that there's anything else to say other than cheers, and we'll see you guys next week. And
cheers.
Wait, I feel like there was something else I didn't say.
Thank you.
I mean, we're 1K.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We're on our way.
We're on our way to 1K.
To something. No. I don't know. We're not on. I couldn't care less what we're on our way to. Okay. But we're enjoying hanging out with you guys.
I have to put him to bed.
We're gonna be back next month. We love these live streams. Maybe we just go longer on live streams since they're once a month.
Maybe we'll talk about it. We'll see what you guys think. Yeah. So we want to be cognizant of your time.
As we close this out, let us know in the comments below. Should we try to keep this to an hour? Should we run longer to 2 hours? It's going to be 8 p.m. Sunday nights, the first or second Sunday of the month, depending on what our schedule shakes out as. Every once in a while, the third, but most of the time that.
First or second Sunday, yeah.
But hang on, time out. Charity fundraiser. Go back, watch the beginning of this if you didn't catch it.
Yes.
This is super important. This is way bigger than anything we're doing with goofy whiskey shit.
Yep.
Try to keep it PG. But look, we're doing a charity fundraiser. We try to keep it PG. Look, guys.
I need to put him to bed away.
Bedtime.
He needs to go away.
He needs to go away. Look. If you guys are going to give us a platform by tuning in, we're going to use it to do good in the world. So check the beginning of this live stream for all the info on our upcoming live streams coming up in September and October. September, we're going to have a giveaway finalized for bottles that we're going to give away.
We'll talk about what we're going to give away.
Absolutely.
So if you have any bottles you want to donate for a giveaway, let us know. Email us at stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com.
Yeah, this is important, guys. This is way more important than silly head-to-heads and stuff. Check it.
To wreck it, let's begin. Party on, party people. Let me hear some noise. DC's in the house. Jump, jump for joy. A party over here, a party over there. With your hands in the air, shake your dairy, yeah. And on that, we out.
All right. That's as good a note as any.